Hey guys, it's Manjari and welcome to Anjali Reads. Today I'm going to discuss about No Longer Humans by OSAMU DAZAI. Last year I did upload a review video on this book. Actually, I have deleted few videos as I was looking too gloomy. Even I couldn't look at myself. Humans pretend to be okay. They joke about their sufferings. Anxiety is real. It's not just a mere restlessness, it's an impediment to the work. Just yesterday, my anxiety lasted for 10 hours. I didn't even eat a single morsel of food, nor did I drink water. Okay, so why I'm sharing a part of my personal stuff because it's related to the book I'm going to talk about. 5 things you should know before reading No Longer Humans by Osamu Dazai. Trigger warning. This book is depressing. Not just few incidents, but the whole book. It narrates a story of a man named Oba Yozo, whose life's core foundation is depression. The character believes that he is a lot more different than other typical so-called humans of society. Autobiographical or semi-autobiographical. All the characters are fictional, including the protagonist, but the incidents are based on true events, and this fact is making everything more relatable. Audience or readers connect to fictional stories, but just a simple disclaimer based on true events adds essence to it and makes the entire plot more relatable. Influence. So let me tell you how I perceived this book. When I first came across this book, I was already in a grave. The timing was worst. It has some detailed explanation about suicide attempts and his sufferings. This book literally cajoled me to be impetuous. I started to consider it to be my life's Bible. So yeah, make sure you don't get influenced. Negativity. This book has a lot of suicidal content, suicidal method. It's way far from what you call positivity. It slowly engulfs you into a deep isolated place and you start to sympathize with the protagonist. If you are suicidal, please seek help instead of reading this book. This book has also mentioned about double suicide. Double suicide is based on the concept. No, I am not going to tell you because indirectly I would influence you. And yes, please consult shrink or therapist if you are going through a lot. Back in November 2022, when I finished this book, I thought to commit double suicide with my dog. And I was like, what the heck am I going into? Age and sanity. If you fall under 12 to 20 age group, then don't read this book. See, kids, young adults, teenagers are very mercurial. They tend to get caught into negativity much faster than adults. Why? Because lack of responsibilities. When you reach a certain age, you are burdened with responsibilities. Then, in most of the cases, you don't indulge yourself in all these. I was 19 when I first read this book, and trust me, I couldn't take it lightly. If you are mentally stable, it's okay for you to read this book. If not, then stay away. Last year, I had underlined few lines. I could not by any stretch of the imagination soak myself in college spirit. The classrooms and the dormitories seemed like the dumping grounds of distorted sexual desires, and even my virtually perfected antics were of no use there. I had gone through elementary and high schools and was now in college without ever having been able to understand what was meant by school spirit. I never even tried to learn the school songs. I felt sure that something more obscure, more frightening lurked in the hearts of human beings. Greed did not cover it, nor did vanity, nor was it simply a combination of lust and greed. I wasn't sure what it was, but I felt that there was something inexplicable at the bottom of human society which was not reducible to economics. I could not feel the joy of hope a man experiences when he opens his eyes on young leaves. I feel as though I have been a social outcast from the moment I was born. If ever I meet someone society has designated as an outcast, I invariably feel affection for him, an emotion which carries me away in melting tenderness. People also talk of criminal consciousness. All my life in this world of human beings, I have been tortured by such a consciousness. But it has been my faithful companion, like a wife in poverty, and together, just the two of us, we have indulged in our forlorn pleasures. Spending the rest of my life in prison would bother me. It occurred to me that prison life might actually be pleasanter than groaning away my sleepless nights in a hellish dread of the realities of life as led by human beings. I suppose it would be not exaggeration to say that the world is composed entirely of unhappy people. But those people can fight their unhappiness with society fairly and squarely. And society, for its part, easily understands and sympathizes with such struggles. My happiness stemmed entirely from my own vices, and I had no way of fighting anybody. It's still one of my favorite books. I'm going to rate it 4.9 out of 5. If you have read this book, please comment down your views. So bye guys, meet you in my next video.